Well, hello folks, welcome back to a new video, I guess. What you're seeing in the background here is a part of another video that's coming, where I cleaned out that machine, and right now I'm transferring shit so I can swap out that one HDD with the SSD, so I can stripe the Kioxia one that's in there with the Kingston that's laying somewhere down in there, to get about 960 gigs of solid state scratch disk. So, and they should be the same, so yeah, it should be fine. So I've gotten two things today, starting with the RedSub BH100 BA100S bass amplifier, or bass amplifier head, I better say. Then I get a power cord, and then, well, a crappy jack cable, but then I guess I have a reserve, or one I can use for effects. Oh yeah, but what the hell did they use? Oh. I don't know what the fuck they taped this thing with, but holy hell. Thank you. So this right here is let's just put you on top of here. So this right here is my new bass amplifier. So yeah, so this is my new bass amplifier. So on the front we have our input, a passive active switch, which I think I'm wondering if that's a like built-in circuitry or something. I don't know. Anywho, then we got low frequencies, level and frequency for the mid, so you can sweep the mid EQ, and then the highs, and then we got a presence blend, which I think is like I think it has something with an overdrive or something maybe to do, and then we have the master, and then once you flip this thing around on the back, you have a effects loop, send and return, which you can use if you want to send an effect directly into the amp. Then we have a balanced out, which means I can, if I want to, take a XLR cable. Well, that's a jack cable, not an XLR cable. Well, if just I had a fucking XLR cable handy, but I do not. Well, anywho, you can think of this as an effect. You have the output and then you have the input. So then you would go into the send, and then what's coming out of it will go back into the return. So that's how you would do that. And then XLR, you know how that operates. Then you have the parallel outputs, as these are 4 ohms at 120 watt, because eventually this thing is going to be sitting on top of a RedSub, I think it was a 2x 10-inch cab. So yeah. So it's a power, well, of course 125 max, because you have the output and then the circuitry. So let's plug her in like that, and let's just clonk her in over here. Should be fine. Shouldn't overdrive the circuit per se. So there you have the amp on. Now I do not have a because this is the cable going for the bass guitar. I'm just gonna shoot in here real quick, future Carl per se. The direct out on the back of the cabinet is wired up in a way that it only does direct out directly from the preamps. You do not get the processing of the amp. which for most setups ain't really an issue, but in certain cases, with me at least, I like having the direct out being able to flop a switch so you can switch it to do the processing out of the direct out instead of just the preamp. But this amp can't do that, so the sound you'll be hearing is not the process sound coming out of the amp. You can get the process sound out of the amp if you use a 3.5mm to 1/4 inch cable and run that into a direct box, because the processing does come into the headphone out on the front of the amp, but it does not go to direct out. So you will need a cab or use that headphone out if you want the processing to work. Just FYI. I have a video coming of this one in use with the cab, the 2x10 cab later, so yeah. Circuitry. And then we plug in our buys. Is there a switch like to make the balanced? Because I always remember the balanced out, you can like select if you want to let me actually see how it is through headphones. Because it might be master might be controlling the we might be able to use the headphone outs to kinda I think the blend knob is for that one, but yes, this presence knob. But it sounded like lifting the ground also helped also, by the way. The next thing is this thing. You probably see it says Ibanez. Yes, it does. This right here is the new guitar, electric guitar, that is, for the studio. So you go there. Yes, the tram. So this is an Ibanez, it's a GRX40. It's a 6-string, and it's a candy red finish, 3-way selector switch, and of course the fun of peeling off the plastic when you first get a hold of it. Of course, here's a little bit of the pain trying to do this without having to take the strings off the guitar. There we go. Thank you. Jesus. Now, I don't know how in tune this fucker is, but I guess we'll figure that out real quick. Oh god, not in tune at all. If it's intonated, that's a bigger question, but she's definitely not in tune, let's just say that much. And we got the tremolo bar. Well, we got some bend to it. Nothing major to her, but she does need a tuning, that's for sure. So I guess perfect that I have my tuner out, because then let's plug her in and tune her. She should be somewhat tuned, so she shouldn't be far off, but it will of course be a little bit off when it's a new guitar. Now I do want to check the to see the Lord. But I'm still guessing. Yeah. Intonation is gonna have to be adjusted a little bit, but not the end of the world. Now, let me feed this one back. I said feed this one back and plug it into one of my L guitar channels. Just plug her into electric guitar 1. Let's also mute the bass guitar channel. Excuse me? Oh, wait. The markings on that thing is wrong. What the fuck? No. Hey? Well, yes it is. You're supposed to be hooked into number 2. Yes. Lord. So let's check my effects, because I think I have an effects in. No, that one is exerted there over. Now, so this one should be just straight and good at the moment. So we'll see now how straight and good she is. Well, first of all, I need to unlink them. Now, yes. Now, where did I put my pick? I don't know where I put my pick. I put it somewhere. You put your pick somewhere, but then you forget where you put it, so you stay. Man, I thought I put it somewhere. A little bit on the thicker side, so maybe not directly meant for... Jesus. Definitely some adjustment that needs to be done. Well, there's that humbucker. That's humbucker plus. get the humbucker up in here. I was just gonna record on the end of this video. It kind of ended like immediately because my GoPro either it ran out of power or it ran out of storage. So yeah, so I just want to say thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Remember to check out links down below my gaming channel and my link tree for my streaming and my social medias, etc. Like would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Nikolai out.